Don't you love a quick and easy meal that you can put on the table for your family that'll make them have a big smile on their face? Well, I have got 4 quick and easy meals for you this week. Hey friends, my name's Susan and welcome to my home. Today we're going to be making 4 of our family's favorite quick and easy meals. 4 quick, easy, simple meals that will leave you and your tummy full. So let me get this ponytail up and let's get to cooking some amazing food. Y'all know it. I'm going to be cooking. It's going to be good. And this is what you call a quick and easy supper. I'm trying to use up some romaine lettuce. It's probably seen its better days, but I've got the best of it out of there. I've got some chicken breast fillets, the one that tastes like Chick-fil-A. Yep, those are going in this. And I'm going to make some Spanish or Mexican salad dressing. I've got some ranch, some taco seasoning, and some lime juice. That makes a beautiful salad dressing. And I'm going to put some corn on the salad and some cotija cheese back here at the back. So let's go ahead and get this all put together. And I've got the air fryer heating up to fry my chicken patties in to get them nice and done and quickly done. You could put them in the microwave if you wanted to. That would be probably a little bit quicker. But this is going to be my vehicle for cooking my patties tonight. So let's get them in. On the back of the pack, it says to do 400 degrees for 20 minutes in a conventional oven. This air fryer does it so much quicker. I'm going to try 5 minutes and see if that's going to be about enough time. I may need to put it in a little bit longer. If not, you know, hey, it'll be done in 5 minutes. So let's get to cooking. Hope you can hear me over the air fryer. This is the easiest dressing I make. I'm just using some ranch dressing. You know, I love the Hidden Valley. Put a bunch in there. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of taco seasoning. Now, not a full thing of taco seasoning, but a little bit. It's kind of be a take off a Alote, but I'm not using the cumin. I'm just using the taco seasoning. And put that in there and mix it up. And then I'm also going to add in a little bit of lime juice. There's just something about it that makes it taste so good. Now, you mix this to however you like it. I like a decent amount of ranch and a little bit of, you saw it, a little bit of the taco seasoning and a little bit of the lime juice. And it makes an amazing salad dressing. And I just basically mix it until it gets to the flavor that I like it. So this is just about done. And while that is finishing up, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of the Mexican style corn in this, because you know I love a little Mexican corn in it. And I'm going to go ahead and drench it in the salad dressing that we made. And get that all tossed around. And here are the chicken tenders, or the chicken breast. I'm going to go ahead and use my scissors to cut up portions of it, put it in the salad, and it is steaming hot. I probably left it in there about 7 to 8 minutes, a little longer than I had thought I would need, but they're nice and brown, especially on the sides. They're nice and tender and nice and crispy. So let me go ahead and get this chicken cut up and get it into the salad. Now I've got all of them cut up. I'm going to go ahead and mix them up in the salad so they can get some salad dressing on them. And then we're going to have some supper, guys. Now I'm going to add a little bit of cotija cheese on the top, because you know that's what you put on Alote corn. And here you go. This is some chicken Alote corn salad with a little Mexican dressing, and it's what's for supper tonight. And it's morning time, and I'm gonna start some pork carnitas in the crock pot so we can make some pork carnitas nachos whenever I come home from work. So let's go ahead and get these in my little crock pot. And what I have, if you can see, it is completely frozen. It is just some pork that has the carnitas seasoning on it, which makes it real simple and easy. All you have to do is just open this up. And I just basically cut it open and put it in the crock pot, completely frozen. Because what's going to happen is this as it's cooking, it's going to melt down where the ice that is. It's in there, and it's going to make its own juice. You don't need to add any liquid or anything else. I'm going to put this on low for about 8 hours while I'm going to work, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how I make my pork carnitas nachos. So good. And if you're enjoying today's video, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the good food and fun. And I came home from work, and this is what I found. Look at that. I'm going to go ahead and shred that up because that is just ready to be shredded. And then we will get this in the juice down there at the bottom. See, there it goes. This is ready to be shredded. I'm going to go ahead and shred this up and put it in the juice in the bottom, and then we'll be ready to make some carnitas nachos. And here is what the pork looks like once you basically shred it and put it back in its juices, and it can absorb some of that good flavor in there. So this is now ready to be put on some nacho chips with some cheese and some other sauces, and we can have some carnitas nachos. Now you can stack your nachos however you want to stack it. You can put a little scoop of the pork carnitas on each nacho like that if you want to, which actually is really good because then you don't have a whole bunch of pork going all over the place. You've got a nacho with some pork, and then whenever you pick that one chip up, it's got all that meat on it. So let me go ahead and get all these covered, and I'll show you what I do next. Now you can add on whatever spices you want to add on, but y'all know me. I'm going to add a little bit of red on the top, and a little bit of green on the top. Trying to get a little drop on every one of them. Now you could add some taco sauce on top if you really wanted to, but this meat already has a little bit of spice in it. So between the green and the red, I think we're doing pretty good. I'm just going to go ahead and put on some cheese on top, and then I'm going to put it in on the broiler just to melt the cheese. Because we don't need to cook anything, it just needs to be a little melty. And then it'll be time to eat us some nachos. Now with this carnitas meat, you can make tacos, burritos, you can make whatever. And I put some cheese on this so I have a little bit of a cheese pull, and this is what you get. It is so good. You can add whatever spices, whatever toppings you want, but this is the bomb. You gotta make them. Come on, let's have a bite. We're about to start a meal in the Crockpot. Crockpot Chicken Pot Pie. I'm just doing half the recipe. Didn't think we needed all of it. I've got a couple of biscuits out of a can of Grand's biscuits that I had left over. I'm going to go ahead and use them with this recipe. I got some minced garlic, sour cream, can of cream of chicken soup, a can of mixed vegetables. I've got my chicken spice, salt and pepper, onion powder, thyme, rosemary, and 2 big old frozen chicken breasts. So let's go ahead and get all of this into our little crock pot. The first thing we're going to add in is, of course, the chicken breasts. They go in the very bottom. Oh, and I forgot to lay out some chicken broth, some bone broth. So I'm just going to be using some regular broth. I forgot to put that in the lineup too. I'll show you here in a minute. I'm going to put in some minced garlic. Like I said, I'm just halving in this recipe. The mixed vegetables are going in next. A little bit of onion powder. A little bit of rosemary and thyme. Now the thing that makes it really good, my homemade chicken spice. Get some of that in there. I'm going to go ahead and add in the chicken broth that I just made up and the cream of chicken soup. Now I am going to go ahead and try to get this dispersed a little bit, because whenever that chicken does cook, of course it's frozen, it will produce some fluid on its own, so that will take care of that. And a little bit of salt and pepper. Because that chicken broth does have quite a bit of sodium in it. So I've got everything in. All we've got to do is set this on low for 8 hours. And then when we come back, we'll be ready to pull some chicken, and then we'll bake the biscuits, and we'll have some Crockpot Chicken Pot Pie. And I came home from work, and this is what I found. I'm gonna pull the chicken out and shred it up, and I'm gonna get some biscuits cooked. I'm gonna put mine in the air fryer, but you can do the oven if you want to, and then we'll be ready to have some Crockpot Chicken Pot Pie. And 5 minutes later on 350, and we have nicely brown biscuits. So let's get this chicken pot pie put together. And when I opened them up, they weren't quite done in the middle as much as I'd liked them, so I opened them up and then put them back in the air fryer. Now, these biscuits are looking good. Let's get it put together. Now we've got some good flaky biscuits. If you wanted to put this in a bowl, you could. I know Danny is not a big bowl person. I'm just gonna go ahead and put over the chicken pot pie mixture over top of the biscuit. You could just do the chicken pot pie and put the mixture in a bowl and eat it. But I figure this is gonna be the best way to get everything ate. And it smells amazing. And here you go, Crockpot Chicken Pot Pie. And it's what's for supper tonight. Okay, and here is my recipe for the grilled Greek chicken breast. You need to marinate your chicken breast at least 30 minutes before you cook them. That way they get all of this good flavor into them. So now we've got the chicken breast in the bag. The first thing we need to do is put, and I'm half in the recipe, is put 1/4 cup of olive oil. Okay. All right. And then we're going to use 1½ tablespoons of lemon juice. And a half. Okay, got that. And I'm going to do 1/2 tablespoon of minced garlic. I'm just going to basically do a heaping teaspoon of minced garlic. And I need 1/2 teaspoon of oregano. There until it looks like about 1/2 teaspoon. And then I'm going to use 1/2 teaspoon of dried basil. That looks about right. That'll do. And then I need to do 1/2 teaspoon of salt, which this is actually pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Okay. 1/4 teaspoon of dill, and I'm using this because I didn't have a whole lot of dill that came out of the garden this year. So this is just so much easier just to put it in the measuring spoon and then pop it in there. 1/8 teaspoon of thyme. There we are. All right. Now, we've got everything in there. I'm looking to make sure I hadn't forgot anything, which I think I have not. Get the air out of it. And sit there and mix everything around until you've got little green specks on all the pieces of chicken, because that is the good flavor. And I'm going to sit here and do this for just a minute until it gets mixed around. And then we're going to let it set for 30 minutes. You could let it go for more, at least 30 minutes. I mean, you could put it in and let it go for overnight. But we're going to let it set here for 30 minutes. And then we'll come back and put it on the grill to eat. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken tenders in the grill. I've got my rice-a-roni already pretty much made. I don't know if you can hear it sizzling. But it's nice and hot, 500 degrees. It ain't going to take long because these chicken tenders are not chicken breasts. And nowadays you get whatever you can afford to get. And chicken tenders was it for us. And there we go. Okay, I'm going to close it up. Give it about 2 or 3 minutes and then flip them because it doesn't need long. Okay, chicken is done and ready to be served. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the plate. Give Danny quite a few. Give me less because he eats a lot. Greek grilled chicken, and I've got some cheesy rice-a-roni. That's what's for supper. Well, that's what's for dinner Thursday night. Weren't those recipes amazing? Guys, I tell you what, I love some good food, and this was good food. And if you haven't already, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to press that little subscribe button down below and subscribe so you don't miss any of the good food and fun. And until next time, See you then.